Good evening, everybody. We're here tonight for the match of the SAR Sting against the TABC Storm. Both of these teams have placed high in Wittenberg, the National Jewish Wrestling Tournament, over the last few years. Both of them placing in the top 3 over the last 2 years. TABC winning the last 2 years, and SAR getting 3rd last year and 2nd the year before. This promises to be a good match with high-level wrestling. Announcing tonight, I'm Gil Simchi. My brother Ari will also be announcing, and Menachem Vinpa will be the 3rd announcer.
We're going to start off with an exhibition gym match of Daniel Aronoff from SAR versus TABC Newbury. Both wrestlers are working the center of the mat, trying to get inside position to set up a nice shot. SAR gets in on the shot. He's driving, still working for that takedown. He's close.
There's 2. 2 points for SAR. Aronoff from SAR is working on top.
The ref gives a quick warning to Aronoff to watch his hands so that he doesn't get in a full Nelson position.
A full Nelson is an illegal move. If he puts both of his arms under the opponent's arms and his hands on his head at the same time, he will get a point deducted. Or rather, his opponent will get a point.
It looks like he's working a cradle. He's trying to get a cradle.
They're close to the edge here. And TABC breaks the cradle. SAR still working on top. TABC working for a stand-up. And out of bounds.
When you get a cradle, when you sit through, always towards the legs. Okay? Always towards the legs.
TABC starts down. SAR comes on the top position, and we start again.
Breaks him down, grabs an ankle. And he's working a left side half.
And now it's back points.
SAR put in a half, and now he's in a front chancery position, trying to pin TABC. And that's
wow. First period pin for Daniel Aronoff at 138 pounds.
And so first match, already excitement.
And it looks like now we're about set to start the real match. We're starting at the 106-pound weight class with sophomore Ori Feinberg versus Meisels of TABC. Any results from these matches will now count towards the team's score.
Feinberg is a sophomore, and this match is underway. Both wrestlers circling.
Feinberg in a quick shot. Working up the body.
Nothing. TABC back to his feet. SAR. SAR still in on the leg, working for the takedown. Meisels from TABC defending nicely, and it looks like we have a potentially dangerous position. These wrestlers will restart in neutral. Match is back underway, and the wrestlers are circling, looking for position. Feinberg in on a single, sweep single. Meisels from TABC defending nicely, still working. And TABC gets a cradle and a takedown. 2 points. TABC wrestler Meisel stopped momentarily, did not realize that they were still wrestling. And Feinberg from SAR immediately in on his shot, looking to finish. Nothing yet. Looks very close to a takedown.
Pop your head out.
SAR coaches are screaming at Feinberg to pop his head out so he can finish that move and get the 2. He's not able to yet. TABC now working on top. They're circling around. Nothing for each. And now
Potentially dangerous. 1 point for SAR. Meisels from TABC did an illegal headlock. When doing a headlock, one has to also trap the arm in addition to the head. Meisels only had the head, which results in a 1 point for Feinberg.
score should now be 2-1 TABC, with TABC on top. 30 seconds left in this first period. TABC working on top. Feinberg
Meisels
tries to
riding
sit
hard.
out. TABC looking for cradle. It's a little high. He has to watch his position. Feinberg so far keeping his balance on bottom. Although TABC does have the cradle locked up, and he's trying to roll him over. Unsuccessfully so far. And time. That brings an end to the first period.
1 point loss of control for Feinberg from TABC. The score is now tied 2-2 going into the second period. TABC's choice. Oh, no, not yet. TABC chooses down.
Stay in possession, on your toes.
Feinberg from SAR immediately in with a half, trying to turn Meisels from TABC unsuccessfully.
Meisler steps into it.
And Feinberg is really driving that half, trying to turn
He's
Meisels.
counting. The ref is counting. He's getting back points right here. Feinberg a little too high, and Meisler able to spin him around. Meisler now going for a reversal.
And 2 point reversal for TABC.
Reversal for TABC. You see Meisler. Feinberg got a little bit high there when he was finishing his
Meisels
half.
locks up a cradle. And the ref is counting back points. He's got it tight. Meisels trying to settle Feinberg for the pin. But Feinberg is fighting out.
It's very close to a pin here. And Feinberg is able to reverse it.
And reversal. Feinberg now has Meisels on his back, but Meisels rolls out. We're waiting to see who has control in this position. Meisels locking up another cradle and gets 2 points. And they're out of bounds.
See, what we saw there, Gil, was 2 times Feinberg was able to turn him out over on a nice half, but he got a little too high on the half, and Meisler, you just basically bridged him over and put him on his back.
Yeah, both of these wrestlers are dangerous even when they're on their back because they're able to roll out of it and reverse the other wrestlers. We've seen several times.
Absolutely.
9-7 boost.
And it looks like they're just trying to work out the score right now. Both coaches and the ref are at the table.
We've seen so many positions where the score could go either way, and that's the reason why they're trying to work out the score, just to make sure everybody has it straight.
How did we get? We got near fall first.
Yeah, I had to get a reversal, right?
No, he started on stop.
And just a little bit of wrestling background to understand what's going on for those of our listeners who aren't as familiar. The match starts out with both wrestlers on their feet trying to work a takedown to take down the other opponent, which results in 2 points. Then the next period starts generally with one of the wrestlers choosing bottom, although not always, with the objective of getting out and scoring 1 point. And now we're restarting with Meisels on top. Meisels is again working the cradle. And he appears to have locked it up. Feinberg grabs Meisel's head, but Meisel still has a cradle, and Feinberg breaks the cradle and has Meisel's on his back. This is a position we've seen before. If Feinberg wants to settle, he has to be careful, and Meisel is up to his knees. Now Meisel in on a shot. Feinberg trying to crossface, loops under the arm, and going for a cement job.
The score is
Feinberg
currently
now
9-9.
has Meisel's on his back. Working with the front chancery position to settle Meisel's back. And Meisel's is bridging. Feinberg trying to settle Meisel's for the pin. And Meisel's bridges hard. Now has Feinberg on his back. Two-point reversal, and Meisel's is in trouble. Excuse me, Feinberg was in trouble, but the period ended with Feinberg on his back. And now we're reviewing the score.
We got a tight score here going into the third period. Both wrestlers starting to look a little tired.
And again, due to the nature of how this bout is unraveling, as a result of both wrestlers going back and forth and a lot of points being scored, the score is going to have to be reviewed again.
So Gil, what do you see out of these two wrestlers so far going into the third?
I see both wrestlers being very aggressive and having good hips, being able to respond to being in dangerous positions. What about you, Ari?
I agree with that. I think a lot of it's going to come down to endurance in this third period. Already in the second, we could see that even if you got in a good move, if you were too tired to hold it, the other person could use their endurance and overcome it and persevere. So we'll see who has enough left in the tank to just finish it off, since the score is so close.
Especially since we've seen both these wrestlers on their backs repeatedly throughout the match. In the third period, when they're both tired, it might be more difficult to fight off. So the next time that someone gets on their back, they'll be in more danger than they were earlier in the match.
And here we are about to start the third, with Feinberg starting on bottom. Feinberg goes for a roll.
Rolls. There's a clasp, which is an illegal move.
TABC.
Meisels did an illegal move. Feinberg is trying. Meisels from TABC had done an illegal clasp. Feinberg gets a point for that. And I will be restarting with Feinberg on bottom again. Feinberg from SAR. Feinberg trying to control the hand of Meisels, and Feinberg is now driving on a shot. He got his hips out and he's driving on a shot, trying to reverse Meisels over here. Meisels defending nicely, pushing down on Feinberg's head. And we have a stalemate with Feinberg will still be on the bottom.
In that position, Feinberg really needs to come out. He's getting stuck underneath Meisels with the leg. If he would have come out, he would have been more successful. And now we're starting back with Feinberg on bottom.
And Meisel's looking for that cradle again. Feinberg trying to control his hand so he cannot lock up the cradle. Meisel's getting a little bit high.
Looks like both guys are still maintaining position here. No one really working anything.
And you know, Ari, that might be due to the fatigue this late in the match.
And the ref warns TABC for stalling. Next time he stalls, it'll be worth 1 point for SAR.
And they're restarting with Meisels on top.
Looks like they both picked up the pace a little bit since the ref warned them for stalling.
There's 30 seconds left in this match. TABC is up 14-15. If Feinberg is able to escape in the next 20 seconds, he will have tied up this match and forced it into overtime. But Meisels is riding hard from TABC, and it looks like the match is over with a 14-15 victory to Meisels from TABC in this hard-fought match with lots of points. Fine job by both young men. Oh, excuse me. SAR was winning 14-15, and the match is over with SAR winning 14-15. So that's a victory for Feinberg.
It said red side 15, green side 14.
Nav at 113 weight class. Max Berger of SAR
Max Berger in on a
Schmelz of TABC. Max
Very nice
Berger
double.
quickly takes
2 points.
Schmelz down for 2 points.
Berger working aggressively on top, locking up a cradle now, and trying to pull back the TABC wrestler Schmelz.
Come on, Schmelz!
Schmelz breaks the cradle, and Berger is still working on top though.
Berger has Schmelz broken down right now, but Schmelz worked back to his table.
Come on, Schmelz! Come on, Schmelz!
Berger looking for that breakdown, but Schmelz maintaining his position.
Get back behind him. Get back behind him, Max. Good. Lock it up.
Berger now looking for that cradle. Not able to lock it up.
And out of bounds. Schmelz will be starting on bottom.
Don't stop driving with your feet.
Berger covers. Berger trying to break down Schmelz, but Schmelz maintaining good back pressure into Berger. And here's Berger trying to lock up another cradle.
Over the arm, over the face. Over the face. Take your left arm across face. Across the face. Your left arm.
Schmelz seems content just not to let Berger lock up that cradle right here. Working more defensively at this point, and Berger seems to be locking up the cradle. No, he's not able to get it.
But he still has him on his back. And Schmelz rolls back. No back points. Score is still 2-0 Berger. Berger working a cross-face cradle, trying to lock it up, and time. The period's over. First period ends with a score of 4-0. It looks like Berger got back points late there.
Keep working your moves. You're doing great.
Berger chooses bottom.
Oh, nice
Berger
reversal.
sits through for a reversal, which is 2 points. Score is now 6-0 Berger over Schmelz from TABC.
Nice. Run it. Get that arm out. Get your arm back. Get that arm back.
SAR looking for its first win tonight.
Posting crossface. Posting crossface. Get that arm out of there. Get your arm out.
I'm sorry, TABC looking for its first win.
Out of bounds, and now they're back in the middle. Berger covers. Schmeltz up to his feet, but Berger brings him back down. No change in control, so there are no points.
Now cross face. Take your arm out cross face. Other side. Other side. Other side. Jump to the other side and cross face.
Berger riding hard.
Again,
Schmeltz.
it just looks like Schmeltz is trying to maintain a defensive position, not really looking to get to his base or get away, just looking to defend that half.
And
Which
Berger throws in a half pretty nicely and is horsing over Schmeltz, and now has Schmeltz on his back. And
Berger
pin.
with the second period pin.
Max Berger wins by pin.
SAR now leads the team score 9-0. Next at 120 pounds, we have Jeremy Berger of SAR versus Oren Kigner of TABC. This is a match of two returning finalists. Berger winning the weight class at Wittenberg last year, and Oren Kigner coming up second.
Are we expect to see some high-level wrestling from both of these wrestlers? They both also attended Wrestling Cap over the summer, I believe. Both wrestlers being very aggressive. Berger in on a shot, but Kigner hips out, and they're both back to the feet.
Kigner looking for a reshot, not successful, but he's pushing towards the end of the mat, and they go out of bounds. Both these wrestlers look pretty comfortable on their feet, trying to set something up. Kigner with a snap down, snaps him into a front headlock position, but they come up back to their feet. Kigner maintains that front headlock position, looking to snap and spin around. Berger maintaining and does a quick shot from his knees, but unsuccessful as Kigner sprawls out hard.
Back to your feet. Back to your feet. Snap down. Snap down. Right there. Snap down.
Berger snaps down Kigner, tries to spin around. 2 points. 2 points Berger. Snap and spin. Berger now locked up across this right, across Kigner's stomach, and now trying to lock up a cradle. Berger's got the cradle locked up, trying to turn over Kigner. And the ref stops the match for some blood. Kigner's got blood from his nose. We're stopped for blood time.
So in this first period, Jeremy Berger leads 2-0 right now. So as I clean up the blood, what have you guys seen so far out of these two wrestlers?
I've seen some high-level wrestling. Good positions by both wrestlers, good aggressiveness, good counter offense, and just tough wrestling overall by both. What about you, Ari?
Yeah, both these wrestlers for early on in the season look to be in pretty good shape. It's usually pretty hard to come out into a match and maintain a high level of intensity as somebody else is coming at you so hard, but both these guys seem to be attacking each other and not shying away. Saw from both guys pretty good standing and being able to snap down into the front headlock, and then on the other person the ability to defend it, you know, and keep composure.
Yeah, and in fact, Berger, who usually has very good shots and is able to finish them, didn't score his points off a shot. He scored them off a snap down and spin.
Yep. Kigner of TABC was second at the Wittenberg tournament last year at the 120-pound weight class, while Jeremy Berger was first at the 113-pound weight class. This is likely the first of more than one meeting between these two wrestlers this year. Looks like they just about cleaned up the blood. We're almost started. Both wrestlers back in the circle, and the ref is about to position them to start.
Berger starts on top, since he had control before the blood time was called. And we're underway. Berger trying to lock up another cross fist ride, set up a cradle. Berger's got a cradle and pulls back Kigner. Kigner's on his back. The ref is calling backs.
20 seconds.
Berger's got 20 seconds to finish the cradle, but Kigner is out.
And now Berger leads 5-0. Kigner up to his feet. And Berger with a nice mat return.
He does not want to let Kigner out with so little time left and give him a point.
And we end the first period with Jeremy Berger winning 5-0.
Berger chooses down to start the second.
Jeremy
up to
Berger
his feet
quickly to his
immediately.
feet.
Right back up, right back up, right back up.
Berger looked like he was out, but Kigner with a very nice mat return. Berger up to his feet again. And Kigner brings him back down to the mat again.
Right up, Jeremy. Come on, go for right there.
Berger trying to tripod stand up, but Kigner traps his tricep and is trying to turn Berger over to his back.
Kigner riding really nicely here. Fighting off a few potential stand-ups from Berger, and now has him broken down, working his offense.
Get your hand back. Get that hand back.
Kigner's got a 2-on-1 on the wrist, lets it up and goes for a half on Berger.
Right up, right up, right up.
Berger tries for hand control, up to his feet again. Kigner trying to return to the mat, and Berger is out. 1 point escape for Berger makes the score 6-0 SAR. And Berger in with a really nice sweep single. 2 points, Berger 8-0.
Yeah, that was a very nice shot. Set him up perfectly. He was able to finish right away. Berger now working on top. Able to break down Kigner. Brings him back to his back.
But Kigner fights off no back points for Berger. Two.
Through the legs. Feed it through the legs. Feed it through the legs.
Excuse me, Berger did get 2 back points. Scores 10-0. And Kigner sits through and gets an escape. The score is now 10-1. Berger immediately on a low shingle finishes. 12-1 is the score now. Berger riding on top. And it looks like we have another referee stoppage. Looks like blood time.
It appears that they're doing a score check to make sure the score is correct.
Jeremy started down. Okay, you got 1 escape. Down. Hold on, so it was 5-0, so it's 6, 8.
No, and then you got a takedown at the end.
Yeah, I got that. That's 12.
Oh, so it's 12-2.
12-1.
12-1?
12-1.
Okay, 12-1. Yeah.
Looks like they resolved the score as 12-1 Berger going into the third.
And was the period over there, or did they have a referee stoppage? I think they might still be in the second.
Ever since that first takedown, it looks like Berger's been dominating most positions. I was impressed with Kigner's top position. He was able to ride and stave off a few escape attempts from Berger, but once Berger got started, he kept going. He's been able to ride this score up all the way to an 11-point lead. If he gets 4 more points to have a 15-point advantage, it'll be over as a technical fall.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Ari, I'm a little bit surprised by the score, although the score is correct. It did seem like Kigner was wrestling closer to Berger than the score.
Sure. It just seems that every time they're back on their feet, Berger quickly converts the standing into 2-point takedowns, and that's been the difference so far.
Yep.
They start the third on their feet, standing. Both wrestlers working the center of the mat, and Berger backing in a shot, unable to finish. Working for it.
Berger's caught under Kigner, and they're both up to their feet. Kigner trying to front headlock Berger. Oh, and Berger, nothing. That was a dangerous position for both wrestlers, but they were on the line and went out of bounds with 0 points for either of them, and they're starting on their feet. Berger trying to set up a single leg shot. Kigner defends nicely. Nice sprawl. Now he's trying to work his counter offense. And Berger finishes nicely that shot and now has Kigner on his back.
And this match is going to end in a technical fall. The only question is whether Berger will get the pin right here. Berger working nicely. Kigner fighting off his back.
Kigner's arm looks like it's about to slip out, and it does. 3 points for Berger. It should be a technical fall. Technical fall is when one wrestler is winning by 15 points or more. The match is automatically stopped with the wrestler who has the 15-point advantage being the winner.
Yeah, but a really nice match by both opponents. It was a really exciting match.
Next up at the 126-pound weight class, we have
Got Jonathan Berger from SAR.
John Wiener from SAR.
Excuse me, Jonathan Wiener from SAR.
Versus Avi Pincus of TABC.
Wiener getting third place last year at the Wittenberg tournament and fifth place the year before. Immediately, Berger gets a takedown and is working to put Pincus on his back. Pincus fights off and is trying to sit through and escape. Go out of bounds. Scores 2-0 Wiener.
John Wiener from SAR is a junior, while Avi Pincus is a senior from TABC.
Berger covers and is trying to break down Pincus from TABC. Berger's got a cross wrist ride. Holding it tight, and it looks like he's looking for a tilt.
As long as he can keep that wrist, he should be able to set up a tilt. TABC working to get his wrist freed of that control.
Berger now looks like he's working for a cradle and lets it go.
John, you gotta stuff the head. Stuff the head with your hand.
Berger's working a ball and chain, trying to stack Pincus from TABC, but doesn't have the proper balance, and Pincus keeps on rolling out.
Again, it looks like it's been all SAR in this match so far.
Hard crossface.
SAR leads in the team score 14-0 over TABC. As John Wiener works for crossface from top, unable to finish anything, but he's breaking down his TABC opponent. TABC now working to his feet, looking for a stand-up, and John Wiener of SAR is able to break him down to his stomach.
Scoop his head. Scoop the head. Scoop the head.
Wiener looking for a front chancery, unable to finish it.
Careful to return.
Pincus was up to his feet, and Wiener took him back to the mat, so no change in score. And we end the first period with a score of 2-0. John Wiener from SAR over Avi Pincus from TABC.
Starting neutral here to begin the second period.
John, move your feet. Move your feet. Move those feet.
Both wrestlers are circling, looking for position. John Wiener with a front headlock, able to spin around and get 2 more points.
4-0 Wiener is the score.
Gil, with the ease of takedowns for Wiener, would you consider letting his TABC opponent out so he could take him down again to build up the score, or would you try to work from top here?
I actually think he would. I would work for top here because he had him close to turn several times. He just needed to adjust his position. And again, like we mentioned, the fatigue factor by going up and down might not be advantageous. So if you can turn him here, that's the way I would go. What about you, Ari? And he does have him over.
Well, looks like you had a good point as he has him on his back.
Wiener had an
And
arm
he's
bar.
almost able to finish a pin. Oh, Wiener with the pin. SAR now holds a 19-0 lead over at TABC as they go to the 132 weight class. John Wiener with the impressive second period pin. We now go to 132 weight class with Fear Feinberg of SAR versus Greenberg from TABC.
And
Feinberg finished 4th at the Wittenberg tournament last year at the 120-pound weight class. Fear in on the quick double leg. Trying to work for 2, and he finishes his takedown for 2 points. Quick 2-point lead for SAR.
Fear's now trying to work a half to turn Greenberg.
Yeah, he has that ankle trying to lift it up, throw it over. Quick, scary position, Kfir, as the TABC wrestler was able to grab his head and almost turn him to his back, but instead he settled for an escape. Both wrestlers are back on their feet.
Scores 2-1. SAR over TABC. And Kfir from SAR in on another shot, trying to finish, nothing yet, and 2 points. 4-1 TABC. Excuse me, SAR.
2 nice shots from SAR so
And
far.
An escape for TABC and a takedown straight to the back. SAR has TABC on his back.
Working
Feinberg
for that
is
pin.
trying to pin Greenberg.
At the very least, he'll get 3 points here, and he gets a little more. He gets the pin. Score is now up to 25-0. Complete domination thus far from SAR. Coming up at the 138 weight pound class, we have Leo Wiener of SAR versus Daniel Falk of TABC. Both these wrestlers placed 5th last year at the Wittenberg tournament. Leo at the 120-pound weight class, and Falk at the 138-pound weight class.
I think it was 132 last year for Falk.
Yep, you're correct. Falk working aggressively on the head, but they go out of bounds.
Circle out and shoot.
Looks like Wiener's trying, changing his position, trying to set up a shot, and he's in on the leg. Quick 2 points for Leo Wiener from SAR. But Falk immediately up to his feet, trying to work an escape, but they step out of bounds.
Know what you're going for right when you start.
It's a 25-point team score lead from SAR against the 2-time defending Wittenberg champions, but we still have a lot of weight classes left to go.
And we see Leo Wiener starting on top after they went out of bounds. He has a cross wrist stride, but Falk is up to his feet trying to get an escape, and Wiener brings him back down to the mat.
Cross face. Ankle, ankle. Ankle. Throw it. Half, 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 half. Lift, lift, lift.
TABC works back to his feet, and they go out of bounds.
You have to have your balance when you return him. Don't bring him on top of you. How much time's left?
Gil, what's impressed you so far about all the SAR wrestlers so far this bout?
Well, I see all of them being aggressive from standing, having nice takedowns, and pretty solid riding. Although I'll also have to say TABC has very solid riding and have also been pretty impressive from standing.
Both teams don't seem to be shying away from each other, keeping up the intensity level and going very aggressively. Despite the team score, it's been a fun and exciting and even close bout so far.
Your offense. Break off, start again. Break off, start again.
Both wrestlers are now standing. Wiener in on a nice shot. Takes down Falk.
Score is now 4-1.
And Falk now gets in on Wiener's legs, trying to reverse him. But Wiener has nice balance and does not give up the
Top
position.
position.
He's going for a chicken wing.
Other side, run the other side. All right, cross face.
Time. First period ends with a score of 4-1. Wiener leading.
Sink the half, all right?
Have we seen one takedown for TABC yet, Gil? Seems like all the takedowns, for the most part, have
We
come
probably
from
have
SAR.
in the Feinberg Meisels with like a quick escape and then immediate takedown.
Right, since then it seems like it's been all takedowns from SAR.
Yep. And Wiener gets a caution for covering too quickly onto TABC.
This match is being reffed by Coach Carlos Dolmo, longtime coach of MTA Wrestling. So far doing an outstanding job.
Leo, on your
And former All-American in college.
on your toes, run. Opposite side.
Falk of TABC quickly up to his feet, looking for an escape, but they go out of bounds. And they'll start back with Leo on top.
The other side. Switch sides. Okay?
Leo working from top. Falk looks for a stand-up. He's on his feet, but Leo's working him towards out of bounds. Leo maintains position on top.
Cradle, cross face hard. Cross face, cross face, cross face. All right, bar near ankle again. Get the near ankle, near ankle.
Leo looking for a breakdown.
Run it. Half, half, half.
Driving in towards Falk, but Falk maintains position. TABC coach is asking the wrestler to get back to his feet, look for the escape. But Leo is looking for the half.
Driving Falk, trying to get him onto his back. But Falk bellies out and now is trying to build his base.
Bar near ankle again. Bar near ankle. Run. Ankle, ankle, ankle. Run it.
Looks like fatigue is really set in for Falk right now.
And Leo now has Falk on his back, trying to work for the pin. At least has 3 back points. Leo in a front chancery position, trying to finish the match, and there's a
And
pin.
Leo gets the pin for a 31-point lead for SAR going into the 145 class.
Yeah, Wiener did a great job there, just maintaining pressure on top and working moves until he finally was able to get him on his back and got the pin. That was really exciting.
Sure, it seemed like after so many attempts of Falk to get back to his feet and being unsuccessful, he got tired, and Leo was able to capitalize and pin the fatigued wrestler. Now at 145, we have Joel Fish, a senior out of SAR, for Shalom Goddessman of TABC, a junior. And this match is underway. Both wrestlers locked up, working the center of the mat. TABC with half shot, unsuccessful. TABC's headgear falls off, and they'll start back in the middle from standing.
Get out of the lock. Right back in. Down the lockup, then don't reach on those shots. Doing great.
Ref blows the whistle, and we're underway.
And Fish is a senior, but only a second-year wrestler. Gottesman in on a leg.
Look away, look away, look away.
And 2-point takedown for TABC. Are you just asking when the last takedown for TABC was? And now we see one.
It's 2-0 TABC early on in the first. TABC
Gottesman.
hasn't broken down. Gottesman working back to his base, trying to maintain that wrist control so he can get an escape, but unsuccessful so far.
Right up to your table. Right up to your table, Joel. Look away, look away. Look away. That's a full.
TABC now working a nice half.
Look away, Joel.
But Fish so far able to defend, trying to grab that hand and rip it off of his head. Nice defense by SAR.
And Gottesman is riding hard.
Head up, Joel. Joel, look away, look away. Come on, Gottesman.
Gottesman now has Fish on his back. Gottesman will be getting back points, and now he's looking for the pin.
Get your hand through. Get your hand to the mat. Hand to the mat.
And Fish rolls out. Score now is 5-0. Gottesman from TABC, and Gottesman's headgear fell off, so we'll get a restart. Coach Ronnie Simchi talking to his wrestler, trying to give him some advice now that he's down 5-0.
Looks like his contact fell out. Fish is going to look for that. TABC looking for its first win tonight.
16 seconds left to the first period.
Fish was up to his feet, but Gottesman, Matt returned him pretty nicely.
Come on, up here, up here, up here. Inside the leg, right?
And they're out of bounds. It looks like we'll finish this period without a change of control. There's 7 seconds left. We'll see if Fish is able to escape. Cut the score down a little bit. No.
Joel, right up.
Period
Right up,
ends
right up.
with a score 5-0.
Joel, shake off your arm.
TABC is in the lead.
Joel.
What do we need to see out of Fish here to bring the score back even or take the lead, Gil?
I think we're going to need to see a little more intensity and conviction on the moves. He was up to his feet a few times, just finishing with the escape and then working his takedowns.
I agree. I think we saw a few half-shot attempts that he would have been more successful if he committed and drove really hard, but it seemed like he was content at the time just to go for half shots.
And
But he's
TABC
riding
had
nicely
chosen
now.
bottom. Excuse me?
He's riding nicely now, looking to maintain control on top.
And a nice roll by Gottesman. Change of control. Reversal by Gottesman. The score is now 7-0.
Get to your table. Get to your table. Get to your table. He's now putting pressure.
Fish is looking really tired here, Gil.
Yeah, this is only the beginning of the second period.
Know where you are, Joel. Know where you are.
He's really got to pick up the pace if he wants to have a chance of winning this match. Gottesman working an armbar.
Joel, put your. Get your points here, Joel. Get one. Joel.
Fish gets to his feet, but they go out of bounds. Score still 7-0.
Let's go. Doing great, Joel. Joel, stay on that table. Come right up.
Fish has to use this opportunity to explode, get to his feet.
Get back to your table.
And he's back on his stomach broken
Right
down.
up to your table.
Gottesman working his offense, and Fish does not look like he's building back up to his base.
Get to your table, Joe. Good. Roll. Other side.
Gottesman working a half, trying to turn Fish. That doesn't yet. He's really driving that half.
Good job. Back to your table. Get the table, Joe. Head up.
We have a stall call on green, or a warning rather, stalling warning. If he gets another one of those, it'll be a point for red. So that's a stall call against Fish. A stall warning rather.
They go into the third period with Gottesman of TABC with a 7-0 lead, I believe.
And Fish chooses top. Looks like his coach thinks that he has the best position to end this match by pinning him. We have a clasp, which is an illegal move that Fish did, and there'll be another point for Gottesman from TABC.
Got that? Let's go. Try it.
I think the score is 8-0 TABC. Gottesman is on bottom and Fish sets on top.
Right there.
Gottesman working for an escape, and 1 point escape. Scores 9-0. Gottesman from TABC in the lead.
Now, Gil, this match could actually be pretty important. Just looking down at the sheet here, it looks like SAR has a few forfeits coming out, in which case TABC will take 6 points for each of those forfeits. So the score is going to start evening out very soon. So the winner of this match and how they win it could be very important coming up. If Fish can avoid a pin, he'll save some team points.
Up to your table.
That's right, Ari. But it looks like Gottesman is working really hard to turn Fish in order to look for the pin. And we have another stall call against Fish, so that's another point for Gottesman from TABC. Score now 11-1, TABC in the lead. And Gottesman switches the half to the other side. He's working to turn Fish.
Another stall
call.
Another stall call against SAR for another point for TABC.
Score looks like it's 12-1 now.
Head on. Joel.
Both wrestlers go out of bounds, and with a few seconds left in the third, SAR will start down.
15 seconds, Joel. Don't give up.
I think the objective here is obviously to look for the pin, but Joel's going to try not to give up the major decision or pin. The technical fall or pin. That'll save the team two team points in the long run, which could be very significant, as Ari mentioned. And there's the match. Major decision win for Gottesman from TABC over Fish.
So we see TABC pick up its first win. Team score is now 31 SAR to 4 points for TABC.
Who choice was it going to be? It was going to be ours. It was going to be green choice. Yeah.
TABC takes a forfeit at the 152-pound weight clounce. And the team score is now 31-10, with SAR winning. We now have Akiva Goldman of SAR at a 160-pound weight class. versus Landisman of TABC.
It looks like Goldman is a senior, but this is his first year wrestling.
They shake hands, and the match begins with both wrestlers circling in the middle.
Goldman takes the shot.
TABC defends. TABC spins it around, trying to get 2 points. Almost has it, and the ref gives him 2. TABC now looking for a cradle.
And Landisman from TABC locks up a bow and arrow cradle and has SAR on his back and gets the pin.
First pin for TABC tonight brings the score to 31-16. SAR still has the lead, but the last 3 matches going to TABC.
Now we have a pair of forfeits coming up. Looks like SAR does not have wrestlers in the 170 and 182 weight classes, so they will have to forfeit those, giving up another 12 points at TABC.
That's right.
The score now should be 31-30.
82. Ref's choice.
31-28. (31-28). SAR in the lead.
We got Adon Smoller of SAR at the 195-pound weight class versus TABC. Again, the score is now 31-28 SAR. TABC has fought back from a 31-0 deficit and can take the lead with this match. Including this match, there are 3 matches left. Still anyone's game. Both wrestlers in the circling in the center of the mat.
Smoller getting 4th last year at the Wittenberg tournament, and Smoller is circling, trying to get 2 points. And 2 points for SAR. Smoller takes down Rudensky from TABC.
Run the half, run it.
Smoller working on top.
Forearm near ankle, go.
Looks like SAR likes that forearm near ankle to look for either driving them over to their back or when they try to do it in TABC defense to look for that cradle.
And Smoller has that TABC on his back. He's going to get at least 3 back points, it looks like, and he's trying to settle him for the pin.
Smoller working for the pin. Has a half Nelson in tight. TABC on his back, and he finishes with the pin. A big win for SAR.
Score now 37-28. SAR in the lead with 2 matches remaining.
TABC will have to win both these matches to have a chance of winning. That'll be hard with Xander Haberman at 285 for SAR, defending Wittenberg champion. Right now we have Kenny Burstein versus Aaron Eckstein of TABC at the 220-pound weight class.
2 place winners at Wittenberg last year. 4th for Burstein and 3rd for Eckstein. 2-point takedown.
Eckstein went for the front headlock, missed it, and Burstein was able to take advantage for the 2 points.
Yeah, it looked like Eckstein tried to throw him, but didn't quite have the balance. Burstein took advantage and came out on top for 2 points.
Near ankle.
Get that ankle.
Get his forearm.
Bursting working on top.
Get his ankle, Kenny. Get his ankle. Get your arm out. Watch that rope.
No change in position as Burstein works on top. Eckstein tries to maintain his position, not looking for the escape yet, but now he faces Burstein, grabs his leg, looking to turn it into a reversal. Both wrestlers are circling, trying to maintain position. Burstein would like to keep it at least a stalemate, as Eckstein tries to get at least 1 point escape or the reversal.
Get behind him, Kenny.
There's no change in position yet, although it looks close.
Wait on him. Flag him out. Go behind. Get behind.
And Burstein does a nice job of circling back around and maintaining his position on top.
Cradle.
This looks like a really tough match. Both wrestlers wrestling really hard.
Post on the elbow.
Looks like these two wrestled last year in the 3rd and 4th pound
Fourth place match.
4th place match.
Ankle.
Hard. Toes on your toes.
On your toes.
Oh, and it looks like now Eckstein's on his back.
Elevate the head. Elevate his head.
And
And a pin.
by Bernstein.
Pinned by Burstein from SAR.
And that
This was
brings
a
up the
rematch
score
of
to 43-28. SAR leading with 1 match to go, so technically SAR has won the match. They can't lose the team match.
And what
But
we just
we
saw
have one
was
more.
a rematch of last year's 3rd and 4th place match at the Wittenberg tournament. Although at this match today, the results were reversed with Burstein defeating Eckstein. And the 285 match is underway. Defending Wittenberg champ Xander Haberman immediately takes down TABC wrestler to his back, looking for the pin.
Very close to a pin here. Haberman applying a lot of pressure on top. TABC wrestler trying to bridge to fight off his back.
Switch hat. Switch hat.
And there's a pin for Xander Haberman. A quick pin in the first period. And it looks like we end this team match with a score of 49-28. SAR defeating TABC.
And that's really impressive considering the 3 forfeits that SAR gave up. Essentially, without those 3 forfeits, they won, 49-10. But of course, you have to have the weights, and those points count for TABC. We'll now get started with a few exhibition matches. At the 106-pound weight class, we have Jonah Burian of SAR versus Avi Schmeltz of TABC.
And we've already seen Schmeltz tonight in his match against Max Berger.
Both these wrestlers are freshmen. As we start this exhibition, just a quick recap. SAR did defeat TABC in the match, 49-28, with a very impressive showing, winning most of the matches that were actually wrestled and not forfeited. And this exhibition match is about to start. Both wrestlers shake hands, ref blows the whistle, and they're off.
Be aggressive, Jonah. Back out the block, Jonah. Back out, Jonah. Back out. Your shot. Nice. On your toes.
Burian from SAR with a shot. Schmeltz defends, spins, and finishes for a 2-point takedown and a quick breakdown. Burian looking to work back to his base, looking for an escape. But Schmeltz able to break him back down, and they go out of bounds at the edge of the mat. Score is 2-0 TABC with SAR down in the bottom position. TABC covers, and we're underway.
Burian trying to get his hips out. And Burian to his feet. 1 point escape for Burian. And the wrestlers are now neutral, trying to wrestle from standing.
Your shot, Jonah. Back out of there. Back out. Set it up. Set it up. Hand control, shoot. Pull his hands up and shoot. Let's go. Circling, Jonah. Go on.
You got this. Be active. Be active. Come on.
Back out of there, Jonah. Break out of there.
Circle. Circle.
Work to the center, guys.
Circle
Work
and
to the
shoot,
center.
Jonah. Your shot, Jonah. Shoot right now. You gotta shoot. Go, go, go.
And looks like Jonah's got a leg. He's going for a shot, but Schmaltz sprawled and got around for 2 points.
Jonah, head off your back.
Score is now 4-1, TABC leading.
Stand up. Right up, Jonah. Right up. Stand up. Jonah.
And so Schmaltz doing a great job defending.
Get your one. Get one. Get up, up, up. Up again. Jonah.
And Schmaltz had Burian in a cradle, but it looks like Burian was saved by the bell as the period ended.
Jonah. Try it. Okay, you still got to try. First,
Gil, it's early on in the year, but with this type of win over TABC, what kind of implications could that have later in the year at Wittenberg?
Well, assuming the win does not go to the SAR wrestlers' heads, causing them to be locked down the rest of the season, SAR in a really good position to look for their first Wittenberg win this year.
Yeah, one thing I would point to that is a big concern is those missing weight classes, or a lot of points can be made up by a team like TABC just by having a body in the weight class, and that might even be the difference in a tournament setting as opposed to just a straight up match.
Yeah, I agree. That's a concern of SAR, and also at this point in the year, relatively early, even if they would try to recruit people, it would be difficult to train them, to have them ready for Wittenberg in time. Although what they might consider doing is, if they have two wrestlers close in weight, bumping one wrestler up in order to compensate for those missing weight classes.
Right. Another thing to look out for TABC when the tournament does come around is that their two captains actually both didn't wrestle matches yet tonight. One of them was out with an injury and wasn't able to wrestle, while the other picked up a forfeit. So those are two other wrestlers that they'll have to worry about when the actual tournament comes around. And those two wrestlers could pick up a lot of points for their team as well.
Schmaltz right now
has Burian on his back in a cradle looking for a fall. And Burian rolls out, but is still in danger.
Push his hand off your head. Push his elbow off your head. Push his elbow off your head. Push it up. Good. John, now work really hard here, right? When you shoot, you're going to flatten out. Jonah, really aggressive. Get him on his back. Let's go. Let's go, Jonah.
Burian from SAR is going to begin the third period taking top.
Arm your ankle. Arm your ankle. Arm your ankle. On your toes. On your toes. On your ankle. Drive. On your toes.
Burian looking for the escape. Sorry, TABC looking for the escape.
Bring your knees in, Jonah. Jonah, get your knees up.
And instead gets the reversal for 2 points.
Roll here. Go for a roll. Roll.
SAR now on bottom.
Go. At the table. You gotta get to your base and roll right now, Jonah.
We want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We are live at the Hive.
Looks like Jonah's going for a roll, but now he's got a half. Now Schmaltz got a half, and is going for the pin.
Yeah, Schmaltz has it pretty tight, but very nice from Burian rolling out.
On your toe.
And again, Schmaltz turns Burian, this time sinking it tight and gets the pin.
So some early success here from TABC in these exhibitions. Next up, we'll have Josh Askowitz of SAR versus Finkelstein of TABC at the 113-pound weight class. Both wrestlers in the middle of the mat. Match begins.
Finkelstein in on a shot, and they're out of bounds. They'll start standing again in the middle. TABC looking aggressive. Finkelstein from TABC in on a high single. And Askowitz from SAR is able to pull his leg out. Now they're both in neutral again.
Still no score here in the first.
Askowitz spins around and gets 2 points. Score is now 2-0 Askowitz over Finkelstein. We have a referee stoppage for Finkelstein from TABC to fix his headgear.
Now, Menachem, what's been impressive to you watching this match so far and all the matches?
I would say intensity. I mean, even that last match we just saw with Jonah Burian. You know, he lost that match, but he was aggressive the entire match. He was constantly trying to work, and maybe with more experience, he could really be someone to look out for. And so I'd really say intensity is the main thing that's very impressive to me, how aggressive all the wrestlers are.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Menachem, and I saw that Burian in the last match was really getting in on a lot of shots, so he had the quickness to get in. He just had a little bit of trouble finishing. Askowitz trying to lock up a cradle onto Finkelstein. Finkelstein's able to get his hips out and grab Askowitz's leg, trying to get a reversal or at least escape.
Spin behind. There you go. Half. 30 seconds. On to the other side. Go to the other side and half. Cradle. Go run. Bring it. Up to the other side and half. Tricep. 15 seconds. Get up. Come on. Nice. 5.
Period ends. Score still 2-0 Askowitz. TABC chooses down. Start the second period.
Now, TABC is the two-time defending Wittenberg champions. Do you think this affects their mentality, this loss, the rest of the season, or going into the tournament?
Yeah, I think it might, because some people that they probably expected to win did not. Although what's also probably going to be on their mind is what you mentioned earlier, that 2 of their captains did not wrestle. So it's tough to say that this would necessarily affect them terribly, because had their captains been in and they lost pretty badly, then I think it would have. But since they weren't, I'm not so sure.
I think it could also be a great motivating factor. A lot of times you go 2 years winning Wittenberg, you think third year is expected, but maybe an early season loss then motivates you and reignites that fire that, no, you really have to work hard this season to make sure that you go for a three-peat.
It's true. And we have a reversal from Askowitz, and Askowitz now has a cradle locked up and gets a pin. Askowitz from SAR wins against Finkelstein from TABC in this exhibition match.
And a nice win from a freshman. Next up, we have two wrestlers that we already saw tonight. We have Max Berger from SAR versus Oren Kigner of TABC. Again, Kigner got second last year at the Wittenberg tournament at the 120-pound weight class. Max Berger's a freshman.
This looks like it's actually John Wiener.
Changing the schedule. Not sure if the Max Berger versus Oren Kigner match is going to happen. We now have John Wiener of SAR versus Ashkenazi of TABC.
And Wiener, who won earlier tonight, is looking aggressive. Ashkenazi, though, in on a shot. Wiener trying to work some counter offense. And spin behind. But Ashkenazi is holding tight onto that leg. Wiener trying to flatten him out. And 2 points for Wiener with a sprawl and spin.
John, cut him. Cut him, John. John, cut him loose. John,
Looks like
Wiener
the
being
SAR
instructed.
coach.
John, your takedown.
Looks like the SAR coach, Ronnie, was instructing his wrestler to let him go, to go back up on their feet and go for the takedown.
Lock up the cradle there.
Wiener again in the front headlock position. Spins around for another 2 points. Scores now 4-1. And again, Wiener cuts because his opponent cuts his opponent. Cut means to let him up. He let up his opponent.
And why would a coach instruct his wrestler to do that? Why would a coach instruct his wrestler just to cut his wrestler?
There could be a few reasons. Generally, if a wrestler is dangerous on bottom and a coach is scared that his wrestler could get caught in a move, he would tell him to let him up. Additionally, if a wrestler is especially good on top, especially good standing, a coach would want to let his wrestler work his standing. And Wiener gets the pin over here over Ashkenazi from TABC.
Looks like we have Oren of TABC versus Daniel Aronoff up next at the 130-pound weight class.
Both these wrestlers are sophomores. Siegel on a nice shot, trying to finish. Has Aronoff down, and 2 point takedown for Siegel. Siegel now working across the wrist ride up to the half, and Aronoff up to his feet with a beautiful mat return from Siegel.
Don't let it phase you. Right back up. Look away. Roll, 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 roll. Look away. Roll. Watch the cradle. Hand control. There you go. Stand up over your head. Stand up. Stand up with me. Right up. Right up. Stand up. Get that leg up. Stand up. Pop your legs up. 1 minute. Get one. Get one. Get one. Get it. Run, 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 run. Run. Get your point.
Ayrton gets this.
No, he doesn't. There was no change of control.
Across
Very close there.
And this is a common mistake that some wrestlers make. Instead of getting their 1 point and facing the opponent, they don't demonstrate a change of control, and they go immediately into try to re-attack and not get any points as a result.
Get your legs out. Get those legs out. Push his head away from his body. Air enough. Keep moving. Keep moving. Get one. Get a point here. Down. Get down hard. Get that leg out. Stuff that head. Air enough. Air enough.
We have a stalemate.
Air enough. Look at me. When he's grabbing your legs, 10 seconds. Down. Get it off of you.
Hips down, air off. Cross, air off. Cross face hard. Cross his face. All right, rip his head off your body.
Right up, Aaron. Break the locks. Right up again. Aaron.
Period ends with a score of 2-0. Siegel from TABC in the lead.
And TABC chooses the bottom position to start the second.
This is your period. Be aggressive. Let's go.
Aronoff covers. And we begin the second period. The quick breakdown by Aronoff.
Run inside. Run that
Really needs to bring the intensity, bring the score back up in his favor. And he's looking for a half. He's running it hard. TABC trying to rip that hand off his head to free himself of the half Nelson. But Aronoff doing a nice job of maintaining it. Tries to come out to the side, but loses the half position. TABC looking for that leg. TABC now facing, trying to pull in the leg. Going for a reversal here on Aronoff. Aronoff so far maintaining control. Needs to kick that leg back out. And Aronoff's able to maintain control and now working for the half again. And we got a full Nelson against Aronoff. That's 1 point for TABC.
So potentially dangerous move.
And Aronoff will go back on top midway in the second.
You're on top. Doing great.
Aronoff covers here. And we're back underway. Another quick breakdown by Aronoff.
Come out to the side.
Going up.
Half an ankle.
Siegel of TABC maintaining his base. Looking for a stand up here. But Aronoff quickly takes him back down. Aronoff has to be careful not to get another full Nelson. And a quick reversal by Siegel. Scores another 2 points for TABC.
5-0.
5-0 in favor of TABC right now. Aronoff looking to square up, get a reversal or an escape. He needs to drive this hard. He's looking for it, back to his feet, and we go out of bounds. No change. Or Siegel of TABC still up 5-0, and he starts on top. Siegel covers.
Right up.
Aronoff looking for hand control with a few seconds left in the second period. And the period ends 5-0 TABC.
Let's go, Aronoff.
Aronoff chooses bottom. An opportunity to get a...
Show the ref top.
looks like Coach Ron simply just switched the position. And he wants Aronoff to take top instead. Ref blows the whistle. Third period starts. And Aronoff looks for a half right off the whistle.
Get your hand on top.
He has Siegel of TABC almost broken down. Looking for that ankle. TABC squares up, spins around, and looking for his own points. Aronoff defending nicely, trying to maintain control. Siegel able to finish the reversal for another 2 points to take the lead up to 7-0. Aronoff needs to fight here to get himself back in the match in the third period. Siegel now looking for his own breakdowns.
So far, we're seeing a dominant performance by Siegel in almost all positions.
Aronoff starting to look a little sluggish here. Looking for the
Aronoff
roll.
rolls Siegel.
Rolls him. Looking for the reversal. Gets the reversal. Now he has Siegel on his back. Looking for the pin. He brought up the score to 7-5 now.
Siegel's in trouble.
Siegel's in a lot of trouble here. Up 7-0. He now gave up 5 points. He's fighting hard off his back. But it looks like Aronoff might be able to finish this if he can keep good position. Looks like he let the arm slip out. Now he got the arm back tight. He has the head tight. Looking for the pin here with 30 seconds left. And he gets the pin.
Wow.
Comeback wins. Down 7-0. Able to finish with 20 seconds left. A nice performance by Aronoff despite trailing the entire match.
Although what we just saw was an exhibition match, that might have been the most exciting match of the evening.
And,
In many ways it was.
And Aronoff looked like the first and second period he had different opportunities and just needed a little bit more oomph. And he just wasn't able to finish. But then finally in the third period he was able to, got an opportunity and was able to pin his opponent.
That's right. And we're starting right now another exhibition at 1:45. We have Leo Wiener of SAR or Schiffman of TABC. Both wrestlers staying low in stance.
And we've seen Wiener already tonight. Leo Wiener with a win. A nice win earlier.
Defended nicely by TABC.
Wiener was in on a shot, and TABC defended nicely. Both wrestlers now still neutral. Seem to be in equal positioning, and the ref calls a stalemate, and they'll go back to their feet.
Some good action so far in this one. Another
Leo
nice shot by Wiener.
Takes a beautiful shot. Very nice setup. 2-point takedown. Schiffman up to his feet, but is driven out of bounds, and Leo will start on top.
Wiener does a great job of setting up his shots. In his first match as well, he did a lot of nice fakes, and he does goes at a lot of different angles to set up his shot.
Yeah, it seems to be something that SAR wrestlers in general focus on from standing, the ability to set up their shots, be patient with setting it up, and then getting it nicely.
Schiffman up to his feet.
I noticed
Wiener
they could
trying to
work a little
return
bit on the finishes, though.
Near ankle. Thread the leg. Now thread the leg.
Wiener with the mat return.
Half in thread.
Here you go.
Run it.
Hold it. Come on.
And Schiffman again up to his feet. Trying to break the hands.
Drop 2 legs.
Wiener holding on tight.
Drop 2 legs.
They're close to out of bounds, but we have a stall warning.
Stall warning.
Stall
What
warning
happened there
on
was
Wiener.
if one person's trying to stand up from bottom and the other person is just maintaining control without returning them to the mat, then after a certain amount of time, it'll be a stall warning.
On your toes. Good. Forward
Leo now
pressure,
looking for
good.
the breakdown.
Up to the other
Schiffman
side.
broken down
Good. Thread the
now.
leg. Thread it.
Looking to maintain position. Doesn't seem like he's trying to get an escape yet. Has to be careful there to avoid a stall warning. But he's back on his base now, keeping his head down. And there it is. There's that stall warning on TABC. So both wrestlers now have stall warnings going into the second. And Leo leads 2-0.
TABC's choice defers. SAR chooses down. Leo will start the second period down. And we'll see Schiffman work his top game. Leo immediately up to his feet. Schiffman trying to mat return. Leo comes out. And a very nice mat return by Schiffman, but Leo is immediately up to his feet and taken back down again by Schiffman. Schiffman is riding pretty hard. Has nice wrist control, but Leo gets hand control and comes up to tripod position.
TABC looking to chop the arm. He does successfully for a second, but Leo able to face up and circle around for the quick reversal.
And that was a very nice reversal. Leo grabbed onto TABC's head. TABC felt in trouble, and that allowed Leo to spin around.
Seems like we have a few exciting exhibitions here, don't we?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, this match is going back and forth. Looks like Wiener is going as ahead and able to.
That's right.
30 seconds.
Both wrestlers have to remember that they both have stall warnings, so to keep the movement.
We have an illegal move. Leo Wiener put a full Nelson onto Schiffman, which will give Schiffman a point.
That brings the score to 4-1 in favor of SAR.
Let's go.
Almost an escape for TABC, but didn't quite get it.
Out to the side.
And Leo works from top now, trying to control that arm.
Leo, shake it off. Shake it off.
And the second period ends with a 4-0 lead for SAR for Leo Wiener.
Red chooses neutral to start the third.
Hands down. Good. Hands down. Move in on it. Side to side. Back out. Drag hard. Get the drag hard. Good. Leo.
Nice takedown by Leo.
Get a wrist right on his own.
Schiffman had him in a front headlock position,
Cross-face cradle.
and Leo circled and
All right, Leo, let him up.
popped his head out.
Let him up.
Score 6-1
Leo, good stand.
as Leo lets up 6-2 as Leo lets up
Hands down.
Schiffman from TABC.
Right there. Leo, good stand. Good stand. Your shot right there. Right
Looks
there.
like fatigue might be setting in for both wrestlers, but the urgency is definitely on the TABC wrestler, down 4 points here. And
Leo
despite
with a
that,
beautiful double.
Leo with a nice double.
Cuts the corner, gets 2 points. He's got to climb up the body,
Now leads 8-2.
and he's instructed to let up Schiffman.
Leo, when we say cut it, you're up.
1 point escape.
Good stand.
Scores 8-3, a half shot by TABC, unsuccessful. Leo with a reshot is successful, scores the 2, looking to bring him to his back, and now he's getting back points. Leo has 13-3 point lead here, looking for the pin in the third period. And just like Aronoff in the match before, he gets a third period pin. A nice match from both wrestlers, with Leo Wiener picking up the pin in the third period.
Now we see Akiva Goldman from SAR.
We're skipping.
Versus TABC. TABC's captain actually wrestling for the first time tonight, Mendelevich, who picked up a forfeit earlier tonight. Goldman looks for the shot. Mendelevich with a reshot.
And Mendelevich got second place at Wittenberg last year in a very close finals match.
Mendelevich finishes the takedown. Lets up Goldman, scores 2-1 in favor of TABC. Both wrestlers in this center of the mat.
Get hand control. Get hand control.
Mendelevich with a shot, looking to finish.
Mendelevich was in on a single leg, switched to a double, and takes down Goldman. Scores now 4-2 after Mendelevich lets up Goldman. Mendelevich in on a nice high crotch. Another takedown from Mendelevich. And he's actually got a leg Turk in. But gives it up, and now he's going to let up Goldman again. Looks like Mendelevich is trying to work on his standing. Another high crotch, cuts across to a double. Mendelevich finishes another shot. And now he's going for a tilt on Goldman, cross wrist tilt. 3 back points for Mendelevich, and he'll let up Goldman again. It seems like he's going to go for a technical fall, maybe in the first period. And a beautiful ankle pick by Mendelevich. Takes down Goldman.
And the first period ends. Mendelevich piling up the points here. Mendelevich chooses bottom to begin the second. Goldman covers. Mendelevich quickly to his feet, looking for the escape.
Very nice reversal by Mendelevich. He was out. He could have just stood up, but he went around immediately on Goldman, and that took him down. It looks like he's in a claw ride position, trying to get a tilt on Goldman.
Don't reach back. Keep moving. Keep moving. Don't stop right there. Belly out.
Mendelevich lets up Goldman again.
You shoot, Goldman. Your shot. Go for it. Go for it, Goldman. Go, 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 go.
Mendelevich in on a high crotch again. Switches to a double. And another takedown for Mendelevich.
1 minute.
Goldman, look away. Get an escape. Get an escape. He's letting you up.
Mendelevich running a half pretty hard. Turns Goldman to his back. And the ref is counting back points. And there's a pin. Mendelevich pins Goldman.
Next up at the 285-pound weight class, we have Danny Alexander of SAR versus Ben Noon from TABC.
And I believe we saw Ben earlier tonight in his match against Xander Haberman.
Both wrestlers looking for position in the center of the mat. Alexander out of SAR is a junior first-year wrestler. Ben Nun with half shot. Alexander looking for spin, spins around and finishes 2-point takedown as they go out of bounds. So Danny Alexander picks up a quick 2 points and will be on top as we continue this first period.
All right? Great takedown.
A nice breakdown straight to the back. We got back points building up for Alexander. Looking for the pin here. Has a front chancery position, locked up. All of his pressure on the chest, and he picks up the pin. A pin for Danny Alexander.
And what we saw Alexander do nicely was switch from the half Nelson to the front chancery in order to secure the pin.
Next up, we have Ben May of SAR versus Benjamin Rudensky of TABC at the 182-pound weight class. Ben's a sophomore and first-year wrestler for SAR.
We have a 2-point takedown for a snap and spin
For TABC.
by Rudensky. Rudensky looking to lock up a cradle.
Locking up that cradle. Ben May's
got May
trying
on
to
his
fight it. He has Ben May on his back, looking for the pin. And a quick pin for TABC. And that looks like it brings us to our last exhibition match of the night. Adon Smoller of SAR versus Aaron Eckstein of TABC.
And we've seen both of these wrestlers tonight already. Eckstein picked up a loss against Kenny Burstein at the 220 weight class, and Smoller won against Rudensky, who we just saw beat Ben May in this exhibition. So Smoller's going to be bumping up a weight class to face Eckstein.
Get on the outside with that shot.
And again, Aaron Eckstein placed third in last year's Wittenberg tournament.
There you go. Let's go. Head on the outside. Roll. Break out of there. Start again. Break out of there. Break out of there. Start again. Circle it. Circle it. Watch the head.
Both wrestlers aggressively working the head, and they go out of bounds.
Head on the outside. What's going on?
Match restarts. A quick shot from Smolar. Eckstein defends, looking to spin around. Needs to clear that arm. Smolar stays with it.
Get out of there, Adon. Adon, get out of there.
Break out of there. Break out.
Break out.
And the referee stops it so that Smolar can fix his headgear. Still no score here in the first period. For those of you just joining us, SAR won the original match 49-28 over TABC tonight. I'm now just wrapping up the last of our exhibition matches. Referee restarts the match. Eckstein looks for a shot, gets caught underneath. Smolar needs to spin, looking for 2 points. He has that ankle locked up, which should be almost 2 points. But he just needs to free that hand. And 2 points for Smolar. Now looking to break down the TABC wrestler. Has been broken down. Eckstein looks a little fatigued from his early match. And Adon working nicely from top, spinning from side to side, looking for that half.
Get your hand down. Ankle.
Eckstein looking for the stand-up. and turns into Smolar, looking for the reversal. Almost finishes it, and now he has him on his back.
Smolar on his back.
Looking to finish. Smolar fighting hard. He's picking up back points here. And also looking for the pin. Smolar looking to fight off, is able to circle out. And Eckstein remains control on top.
Eckstein locking up an armbar. Scoops Smolar's head and has Smolar on his back again.
Time.
And the period ends. 2 back points at the end of the period for Eckstein.
Score should be 7-2. Eckstein leading. TAB's choice here to start the second. They defer.
And it looks like our match is ending how it started, with excitement.
Let's go. Right up and out.
Eckstein on top. Smartlift looking for an escape. Turns in. Ends up on his back almost. Eckstein on top. Adon Smolar still looking for an escape, a reversal from bottom. Very active. A lot of movement. Looking to turn in. And an illegal mat return from TABC. Gives 1 point to Adon Smolar to bring the score to 7-3. Menachem, what did you think of that mat return?
I mean, yeah, that could, you know, it's important to make sure that all your moves are legal, because otherwise it could be dangerous. And so the ref made the right call to award the SAR
Absolutely.
point.
Smolar once again on bottom, looking for some points to either get an escape or reversal, trying to work his feet, turns into Eckstein, grabs his leg, looks like he's looking for a reversal here. And Smolar finishes the reversal. Score is now 7-5 for Eckstein. Smolar working on top. He has Eckstein broken down, working side to side. Eckstein looks content to just stay here and wait it out. Has to be careful, though, that he doesn't get warned for stalling. Smolar still working for that breakdown. Eckstein with a short sit-through. Not too much movement from bottom from Eckstein as Smolar looks to break him down and finish. Smolar makes a mistake of facing and getting too high on Eckstein. Eckstein looking to face him but unable to do anything. Smolar still looking to bring him to his back. And again, Eckstein looks content to just wait this out and not get turned to his back. Five seconds left in the second period. And the period ends with Eckstein of TABC winning 7-5 against Adon Smolar Jr. out of SAR.
Injury time was called. A minute. The SAR team will have a minute and a half of injury time.
Doesn't look like anything serious, just a little bit of fatigue setting in. Wanted to take a second to gather their strategies and tactics as they start this third period.
Endurance will definitely be an important factor in this final period, as both wrestlers were very intense.
And Adon starts on bottom to start the third. A chance to get another point or 2 points with an escape or reversal here. To catch our listeners up, it's right now 7-5 with TABC winning and Adon Smolar on bottom looking for an escape or reversal. Eckstein working the breakdown quite nicely on top. Smolar is flattened out. He needs to build back to his base in order to try to get an escape or reversal. And Eckstein from TABC gets very high here. Smolar unable to capitalize. Eckstein looking to lock up a cradle, and he does. Gets a quick 2 count. And that's 2 points to bring up the score to 9-5. Adon needs to really move from bottom here to work back into this match.
1 minute.
There's 1 minute left here. Eckstein still working from top.
As we saw though earlier, anything can happen.
Eckstein now has locked up the pin. Gets a third period pin over Adon Smolar. And that brings this match to an end.
I'd like to thank everybody for listening and for both teams putting out a great effort tonight.
Happy Hanukkah.